Hey everyone, it's Bethany and I'm bringing you a special weekly makeup basket this week. This is going to be a collab weekly makeup basket with several wonderful ladies who do weekly makeup baskets and bi-weekly makeup baskets, and we're calling it Love My Stash because we wanted to go through our collections and pick out those products that we really do absolutely adore, high-end or drugstore, that we just absolutely love to use for the next week or two depending on if we do weekly or bi-weekly makeup baskets. So there are 8 of us involved and all the ladies are fantastic. I really encourage you to go check out their channels and subscribe, especially if you are a lover of watching and also doing weekly makeup baskets or just makeup baskets in general. They're just a really great way for you to kind of condense your collection. It really helps me get ready a lot faster in the morning because I'm not like kind of going through my whole collection. I have a stash of things that I can pick from and create looks that I really enjoy. The ladies that are involved in this collab, again, are all fabulous. Please go check them out. I'm going to have all of their channels linked down below so it's really easy for you to go check them out. But we've got Betsy from Makeupyourmind. We've got Kristen from Beautybyabeautifuldisaster. Jenn from Glammoms. Denise from NieceyWBeauty. Tasha from AllthingTashy. Candy from Candy Powder and Blush, and Abbie from Makelifeyourrunway, and then obviously me. If you're new to my channel, I'm Bethany and I am Glamour with Grace. This was a bit of a challenge for me because I have quite a large makeup collection, and so I have many products that I absolutely adore. So not everything that's like in my top favorites that I absolutely love are in this week's basket, but there is quite a few of them. I'll start out with one of my favorite foundation and concealers. The concealer is probably one of my all-time favorite concealers. So this is the Urban Decay Naked Skin Foundation. My color is in 0.5, which I think is like the lightest one you can get. But I really love this foundation because it's quite light and it still makes your skin look very just natural and skin-like, but there's a really amazing amount of coverage, and I just think it looks very flawless. If you have the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer as well, I think that's just a great kind of mixture, but I love using this concealer with basically all of the foundations that I have. It's super lightweight, but it has such wonderful coverage. It's very creamy, it's very blendable. It's something that a little goes a long way. The color that's best for me, and it really is a perfect match, is Fair Neutral with the concealer. I can use this underneath my eyes as well as a spot corrector, and it looks just flawless throughout. So those combinations I love. This is an oldie but a goodie. That's the Bare Minerals Concealer in Well Rested. I really think that this is beautiful underneath the eyes. It doesn't make things look cakey. It just gives that like final, like flawless finish. I can sometimes, if my eyes are in pretty good shape, I can use this just by itself, but I usually use it as kind of like a topper to a cream concealer. I have a contour palette. This is just, I think, a flawless contour palette. It has wonderful shades in here. It's the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, and I think this is one that's just gorgeous for every single day because you've got a beautiful banana type product that's great for underneath the eyes. I really like this highlight. This one actually I can use more as a blush just because I am so fair. This is also a great eyeshadow. The powders themselves, I really can kind of only use those two. This one, if I really am very careful, I can use, but for my fair complexion, these two are the best, and both are gorgeous, very blendable. This is probably going to end up more like an eyeshadow, but I just think that this is a great quality palette. It is high-end, so it's a little bit pricier, but you can't go wrong, and the powders themselves are just so nice to blend, and they look really natural once you have done it, so it's not one of those like bam in your face contour and highlight type of thing. It just feels really good for every single day. I have to bring an oldie for sure back into this mix. I haven't used it in a while. It's the MAC Soft and Gentle. This is a mineralized skin finish. I know everyone knows this product. I'm sure most of us all have it in our collections, and it's just a beautiful, just everyday highlight that is gorgeous, especially for the spring and summer. So this was a no-brainer when I was looking through my collection on things that I really love. This blush here is a limited edition one, so you can't get it in the stores now, unfortunately, but it is one of my all-time favorite products. It's the Azalea Blossom Blush, and this was from a collection a couple years ago, and I just think it's a gorgeous shade of like lavender and peachy pink, and it just goes on so beautifully, and it's unique, and it's just one of my all-time favorite products that I have from MAC, so wanted to put that in here. This is also a limited edition, but I feel like they have more of these type products just on a regular basis. I could be wrong, but it's the Mineralize Blush in Solar Ray, and I really adore peachy shades and orangey shades, especially for this time of year, and I just think that they are very flattering on my skin tone. So I have this one in Solar Ray to use for a blush over the next couple weeks. Two more blushes that are all-time favorites. This Tarte Exposed, again, a cult favorite. I'm sure most of you guys have this in your collection too. And this is just a gorgeous, everyday, just neutral blush. Lorac one is very similar. It's just in the color peach, and it's a very light neutral peach, and so again I think it can go really well with warm tone, cool tone skins. You know, someone who has really dark skin is probably going to have this be a little bit more of a blush topper, or maybe even a very subtle kind of almost matte highlight. Talking about favorites, I can't ever not go with my Hourglass Ambient Lighting Palette. I just think this is a stunning, just all around product, and it's just one of those gorgeous from within glows. I have some products that are somewhat dupeable, but I feel like Hourglass just does it the best, and it's effortless. I love using them as a mixture of all three, using them by themselves, and I think the palette is really great because you got a few different shades, and I just love that product. Love it. A brow product that I really, really adore, and I don't feel like I talk about it enough or at all on my channel. This is the Brow Satin. It's by Maybelline, and it has another really long name, but it's rubbed off by now. But it's the product that has the powder on one end, and then you've got your actual pencil on the other end. I have, this is I think in the color Blonde. I think it's unfortunately rubbed off, but it's like I think the second lightest shade in the mix, and it's a great color combination. I can also use the third color in the mix too, or maybe this is the lightest and the second one that I can use is the second lightest, but I just love this because I think that the actual pencil itself is great. It's wonderful because it's pretty thin, and it does great at kind of sculpting out your brows, filling in your brows. It has a nice soft kind of waxy texture, so it does help with keeping your brows together. And the powder itself is wonderful too, because I have really sparse brows, especially from like here forward, and I have to really just create them on my own. So using the powder in this has a really nice natural mixture to it, so I really suggest these eyebrow pencils if you haven't tried them already. I have an eyeshadow base that I love, and I have loved this even before my MAC Painterly Paint Pot, which it's almost similar to that. It's the BH Cosmetics, the Eye and Lip Primer. I don't really use it as a lip primer, but it's a great eye primer, and it's very, very comparable to MAC Painterly Paint Pot. It's just a lot more affordable. The little tub is a little hard to get into, so sometimes using a brush is a little bit easier, but I love this primer for the eyes. I have some Makeup Geek eyeshadows. They're one of my favorite eyeshadows, and this is one of my favorite palettes. It's because it's tie-dye and it's so colorful and beautiful, and these are the first Makeup Geek products that I ever got. So we've got the old school colors that everyone loves, like Peach Smoothie and Cream Brulee and Bitten and Cocoa Bear and all of those favorites that were like the original OG Makeup Geek shades. So this palette definitely had to go in the favorites. Love my stash collab. A couple singles. You guys know I love like cranberries and raspberries and beautiful burgundies on the eyes. So I have a Stila product. This is in terracotta, which is just so gorgeous, totally up my alley. And then the Too Faced, this is a little bit more purple in Temper. Beautiful eyeshadow as well. These are like totally my jam colors. And then I am a huge pigment fan. I know they're messy, and I don't always tend to gravitate towards them because they are messy, and especially in the mornings when I'm trying to get ready for like work or something and I don't have a lot of time, I don't really go for pigments, but they are like one of my favorite products. So I have some of my little MAC minis that I have that are like deluxe samples that I threw in here, and then of course Again, another cult favorite. This is the L'Oreal Infallible in Amber Rush. The most beautiful rose gold shadow you will ever find, and it's drugstore, and it's just gorgeous. So this one had to be in this. Another product that I adore, I don't use it as much as I should, just because it is a little bit more of a fun product that you might not want to use every single day, but it's Makeup Geek's Electric Eyeliner. It's a gel eyeliner and it is stunning. It's a wonderful kind of spice to what you would normally be using as a black or brown eyeliner, especially with like those really beautiful warm brown eyeshadow looks. Having this as your eyeliner just totally changes the look, and it's beautiful. And I really like the consistency of this eyeliner. I don't even think, does Makeup Geek even have their cream or their gel liners anymore? I know how they have pencil ones. I love the consistency of this eyeliner too, because it's not so creamy where it's like it goes everywhere really easily, but it's definitely not hard. It's just a great mixture of the two, and the electric blue of this shade is beautiful. So I know why they called it electric, obviously. It's just so stunning. And then I have just some lip products. I have a ton of lip products that I love. So I just went with kind of some brands and some color schemes that I really adore. So I have two Bite Beauty lipsticks. This first one is the Bite Beauty in Madeira. I think that's how you say it. It's one of their high pigment pencils, and it's just an everyday perfect nude that has some blush tones in it. And then these are their little duo ended cream lipsticks. And this one, what are you? This is Palomino. I really love bright shades, and so this is a beautiful, just gorgeous fuchsia pink. And then the other side is even more beautiful, which is Violet, which I was gonna wear, but I thought maybe too many purples on the face today would be a little too intense. But that Violet shade is stunning, and just the Bite Beauty line in general is beautiful. I have two of my Nars lipsticks, which I love the consistency of these, and they're kind of like one of those like special products because they are pricey. This is Anna, and oh, look at that color. The most beautiful like 90s lip mauve. So pretty. And then this one is in Fanny, which is a beautiful vampy like purple cranberry. Both of the consistencies, packaging, everything is all stars. And last, I am a sucker for lipsticks from MAC. And so I have two that are like some of my all-time favorites. The first one is Real Sexy, which I think is now permanent. I hope it is. It's not probably an everyday shade for everyone, but I just think it is stunning, and it's one of those ones that's really unique in my opinion. And then Force of Love, which I know is a limited edition, and it is, I think it's closest to maybe one of the Nicki Minaj lipsticks, but it's so stunning, and it's so unique because it's got a lot of pink, but it's still got a lot of like those orange tones, and it's very like neon. It's one of my all-time favorite lipsticks ever. Hope you guys enjoyed seeing a little bit of a sneak peek of the products that I absolutely adore that are in my makeup collection. Please go check out the other ladies. They again are awesome, and I think you're gonna really enjoy their channels if you're not already subscribed to them, which you probably are, especially if you're watching this video. You probably love weekly makeup baskets, so you probably are. If you are from one of their channels, thank you so much for stopping by mine. I hope that you will continue watching more of my videos. Please let me know who you are. Leave a comment. I love chatting with all of you guys, and I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in one of my next videos. Bye!